Well, it's time to leave Balandra. We've got a week of evening westerlies and the anchorage is exposed, so decided to move across the bay to the mainland and go to a place called Nopolo. It's where Loretto Bay resort is. So there's a French bakery there, I believe, which will be a treat. So I'm probably going to stay there for a few days and then move slightly further down to another anchorage called Loretto. I've got to clean the bottom. The boat speed is dropped quite a lot, so either the anchor's got too much, sorry, not the anchor, the prop's got a lot of growth on it, or I've got a massive amount of growth on the hull, so it's time for a clean. It's been about 6 weeks, so yeah, it's more than overdue. The water's still quite cool. Normally I do it myself using the hooker that I set up, but I think I might go back into Puerto Escondido and have some of the guys there that do the bottoms do it for me, being a lazy bugger. If the water was warmer, I would go in and do it myself. And then after that, I've got to be back in La Paz for hurricane season on the 23rd of June, so I'll start to make my way back slowly, and yeah, then get into La Paz and get the boat ready for hurricane season. This is where I'm going, and hopefully these big mountains will shelter me from the westerlies. There we go, it's about another hour. There's a mass of dolphins, hundreds of them. Look at this! Wow! I'm glad I moved. They must be feeding. What a sight! Nopolo, or Loretto Bay, as some people call it, with a big resort on the beach. As you can see, it's pretty massive, and somewhere in there is a French bakery. But the only problem is, it's an open roadstead anchorage. Anything coming out of the north, northeast, northwest, it can be a bit bumpy, but the weather's supposed to shift to westerlies in the evenings, and those mountains are going to protect us from that, and it looks like about a week's worth are coming, so this should be a good spot, unless it comes from and the wrong direction. Time to hit the French bakery. couldn't get the dinghy very far up the beach. The sand's too soft. I'm going to leave it in the water with an anchor. Some pretty cool buildings here. Very nice.
But I'm so happy.
It's very colourful.
Yeah, it's nice, interesting architecture.
Well, we've just had to make a hasty retreat from Nopolo. The wind came up, it got very bouncy. I think it's now about 18 to maybe 20. Haven't looked. Let me have a look. It's 16, so it's between 16 and 18, and we're off to Hunkalito, which is a bit more protected, which is down there. Hello, I'm back. Yeah, it's always an issue when you want to leave in a hurry, because you do things not as well planned as when you've got more time, so I don't really like doing it, but we needed to get out of there before it got worse. So it was hassle getting the dinghy up. It was swinging all over the place before I could secure it on the davits, and then of course as soon as I got the anchor out, the boat turned towards the shore, which is quite shallow, and took a while for the boat to come round. But now we're on our way, panic over, and yeah, should be there in about an hour. The seas aren't too bad, but the spot we were in, it's been bouncy for a couple of days and we just had enough. Yeah, there it is. We just came from over there. So, not the time of day you want to be doing this, but didn't want to spend the next 4 or 5 hours waiting for the wind to change to westerly and then for the seas to sit down. It took a long time last night. It wasn't until about 9 o'clock that they flattened out, and yeah, best to get out of there. These things happen. I've never been to Hunkalito before, so this will be an experience. Still in Hunkalito. I'm quite surprised actually that this anchorage doesn't get a mention in Shawn and Heathers' cruising guidebook, because it's a great anchorage. Been looking out over the last few days out into the sea, and it's been yeah, quite choppy out there, and it's been plain flat calm in here, and there was supposed to be a westerly last night. We didn't feel a thing in here, so yeah, recommend it to anybody. It's a great little spot. I think this morning I'm going to venture out onto that island and have a bit of explore, play Robinson Crusoe for the morning. I wonder what's out there. The one thing we can't work out is, I don't know whether you can see it, but there's a navigation light there which comes on in the evenings. It's got its set frequencies, but we can't work out why. It's weird. There appears to be no navigational hazards other than the small island I've just shown you, but yeah, what it's giving guidance for, we just can't work out. There's no hazards as such. It looks quite steep too. seagull warning me off of his land. It's a baby seagull. No wonder the mother's shouting at me. Perhaps it's a seagull nesting ground. There's another young one over there as well. Can't see how this all the stones have been forced up the beach, because there's not much fetch from all weather from that side. Most of the weather is going to come that way, south or north, which is the sort of the other side of the island. Weird. It's a bit noisy. A lot of seagulls. And a lot of guano. It stinks. Phew! Oh dear, does it pong? I hope you can hear this. Lots of this pumice stone around if you need to get the hard skin off your feet. Now this is the weather side. You can see when the northerlies blow how it forces everything up. There's ridges back here as well, so it must come up pretty high. Jeez. The water's very clear. That is certainly a load of bird shit. Whew. You can't believe the smell. It absolutely stinks. I think we'll be moving tomorrow, maybe the next day, into Puerto Escondido. I'm running out of supplies. I need to do some washing, and I definitely need the bottom of the boat cleaned, so that's the plan, which is actually the other side of that rock there. Just over there you can see one of the windows, so it's only about 3 nautical miles to get around the other side and come in. So that's the plan. Here's the baby spotted seagull, and the mum coming down to protect it. I didn't realise they were spotty on their heads. Gonna motor over here and check out this cove. It looks like another anchorage. See if there's a sandy bottom. Yeah, there's a sandy bottom. Looks quite deep though, and then it sort of, I don't know whether it's grass down there, but it's starting to darken up, so it might be stones. But yeah, get a boat in here easily enough. Pretty well protected. The wind would probably swirl if you were in here. A couple of people fishing off the beach there. That was a long walk to get to there. Wow. In the distance there you can see Juncalito village, which started off as an RV place. People used to bring their RVs down and park them on the beach, and then over time started to build roofs over them to keep the heat off, and I don't know, there's probably about 15 to 20 houses in there, or buildings, mainly RVs covered. and then they started to fill in the sides of it to enclose the RV totally. Quite a few ex-cruisers have moved in there over the years. Very popular beach locally. Voyager, a 47-foot Catalina, Bill and Julie. They've been friends for years, but they keep beating me at cards. It's getting tedious. I'm gonna have to do something about it this afternoon. Bill's my go-to person when anything goes wrong with my boat. Hi, Bill.